Hello and welcome to Mailtrap Videos, where we explore the world of emails. Today we'll show you how to send emails in Python with Gmail. First, let's look at how to send emails using Gmail's SMTP server. We're starting with an empty file and importing the modules we need. The first one will be the SMTP lib for our SMTP server connection. Then we import our password, which is stored in the ems file. After that, we need the MIME text from the email module. This will help build our email object. Once these are imported, let's set our email variables. Okay, let's start building our email sending function. This function takes in parameters like the body of the email, the subject, the sender, and the recipients. After creating the MIME text object, we ensure that the recipient emails are converted into a string, with each email separated by a comma. This is accomplished using Python's join function. For the server connection, we'll use the with the statement followed by the SMTP lib's SMTP_SSL method to connect to Gmail server, passing in the host and port. After logging in with the sender's email and the password, we can send the email via the sendMail method. Let's fill in the sender, recipient, and message, which is our object, meaning we'll use the message as string function. And just to keep us informed, let's add a print statement at the end, something like message sent, to indicate our email's successful dispatch. While we've defined our email sending function, we need to call it to trigger the sending process. And for that, we'll use the sendMail with all the parameters. Now let's run main.py. If successful, you'll see message sent, indicating our email was sent. And there it is, already in our inbox. Now let's look at how we can send messages using the Gmail API. To start, we're importing the essential components, like base64 for email encoding, MIME text, installed AppFlow from Google OAuth, essential for running a server that handles authorization messages, the build function from Google API, client discovery, to assemble our service. Lastly, we're fetching HTTP error to capture and handle potential issues. We begin by initializing the scopes variable to determine which API we connect. Next, with the help of installed AppFlow, we generate a flow variable using scopes and our credentials.json, a file sourced from the Google Cloud Platform. Once set up, we run our server. If the flow is successfully executed, we connect to the server. For our message, we'll use the MIME text like before. It's then encoded using base64, forming the body of our email. To send the email, we employ a try-except block. When we call our service, and if it works correctly, a message sent notification appears. If there's a problem, an HTTP error shows the specific issue. After executing our script with python main.py, an authorization window appears. Once authorized, let's check if the email was sent. And there is our email. Next, let's delve into sending emails with embedded HTML content in the body and as an attached HTML template. Just like in the previous example, we start with an empty file and import the SMTP lib and MIME text modules with our password. Next, we set up our email details. Alright, let's paste a basic HTML structure into the body of the email. In this case, when using MIME text, we include the HTML subtype to let the system know we're working with HTML content. The rest of the parameters are the same as in a regular email. Now let's connect to Gmail's SMTP server via the SMTP_SSL method, specifying the Gmail server address and port 465. Remember, this principle applies to any other SMTP server, like the one at Mailtrap. Next, we log into our email account with our credentials. Once connected, we can send the email. The parameters are straightforward. From is the sender, to is the recipient, and the message content is our HTML message converted to string format. Now we can execute the print statement and run the script. And there is our HTML email. If you want to send an email using an HTML template, instead of having the HTML in the body, you can use the template class from the Ginger2 package. The link to this can be found in the description of this video. The package is installed with the pip install ginger2 command. In our template, placeholders are defined, such as body and subject, which Ginger will replace with actual values from our context. Setting up the email requires the usual details: sender, recipient, and the app password. We then open our HTML template using a with statement, ensuring we don't have to close the file manually. With Ginger's template function, we read and store the file content. Next, we set up our context, a dictionary containing values for our placeholders. For instance, the body placeholder in our template will be replaced by a specific string value from our context. Using Ginger's render function, we substitute these placeholders with the actual content, giving us our final HTML email content. Constructing the email is a breeze from here. We use MIME text, set its value to our HTML content, and include the necessary details such as the subject, sender, and recipient. Finally, connecting to the server and sending the email is similar to our previous method. After successfully dispatching the email, we print the familiar message sent confirmation. Running our main.py script, we see the email lands promptly in our inbox. To embed an image into the body of an email, there are specific components we haven't touched on in previous examples. First, we need the MIME image from the email module to attach images to our email. Given that we have an image here, the next step is to open it in binary mode using the with statement, as F means as a file in this case. Once opened, we read the content and store it in our MIME image. This is done using the image part variable. After constructing the main email body, we attach this image to our MIME multipart object. This allows the email to be sent with the text and image embedded. With those steps done, the rest of the process mirrors what we've done in prior examples, connecting to the server, sending the email, and so forth. We will utilize similar logic to add other attachments like PDFs or documents. First, we use the MIME-based component from the email module. We open the attachment in binary mode, read its content, encode it in base64, and then append it to our email. Just remember, each attachment type, be it an image or a PDF, may require a different MIME component for optimal embedding. And just like that, you can start sending emails in Python with Gmail. We at Mailtrap hope you found this tutorial helpful. Thank you for watching this video brought to you by Mailtrap, an email delivery platform to test, send, and control your email infrastructure in one place. Like and share this video and subscribe to our channel to see more tutorials like this one, and we'll see you in our next one.